Welcome to Jairam Higher Secondary School, Standard 7, Subject English. The computer swallowed grandma. This is the poem, unit number 1 poem. Before that we have seen unit number 1, Prose the Edgar. This is the continuation, the computer swallowed grandma. This is a poem. Okay, you can able to see the picture here. Suppose if your grandmother is ready for a bicycle race, she is willing to play hide and seek with you, grabbing a lollipop from you. How will you react to this situation? So you are the children. You should have a bond relationship with your grandparents because they are very special bond that you want to share it even after they are gone. They are the great source of unconditional love. In this poem we are going to look at the grandma, how she is reacting up, because we are living in our modern world, isn't it? So how she is reacting to the modern world, now we are going to see in the unit number 1 poem. Glossary: refine, improved by small changes. Caught, affected. Desperation, hopelessness. Devoured, consumed or ate quickly. Disappeared, go out of sight. Honestly, truly. Reply, answer. Scream, turn. Swallow, gulp without chewing. This title also, the computer swallowed grandma. Is any computer will swallow anybody? So this is the lesson, this is the poem. You just see it, how they have given in the funny manner, how the imagination power you can see in the poem. Yes, now we can move to the poem. The computer swallowed grandma. Yes, honestly, it's true. She pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from view. Once again, in reading the first stanza, the computer swallowed. Swallowed means just now I told you, fully gulped. The computer swallowed grandma. Yes, honestly, it is true. She pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from view. So first stanza, what it describing means, once when the poet had online chat with her elderly modern grandma, she is living far away. The computer connection got snapped suddenly. Immediate, what happened? The computer connection got snapped. Something, it got struck suddenly. Immediately the grandma disappearing from the screen. You can able to see in the picture the grandma is doing something in the computer. Now when she pressed the Control and Enter, immediately she disappeared from the computer screen. Next we can move to the second stanza. It devoured her completely. The thought just makes me scream. She might have caught a virus or been eaten by a worm. It devoured her completely. The thought just makes me scream. She must have caught a virus or been eaten by a worm. Before that, you just see, she pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from the view. Why the poet is personifies the computer and says the computer has swallowed the grandma? Because when she pressed the Control and Enter, immediately she got escaped from the computer screen. So you can look at the stanza 2 now. The computer consumed grandma completely, entirely. He is not now in the computer. The computer disappearing from the computer. The grandma fully not alone, she is inside the computer. She just escaped from the entire place. The computer made the poet wrinkle in discomfort. So now the author is feeling something discomfort because just now he have seen the grandma before the screen. Now she is no more. The poet assumes that the grandma must have been definitely attacked by a virus, or she should be eaten only by a worm in the computer. So that only they have given here. She must have, it may be a virus, or she must be eaten by a worm. Here you are having a rhyming word. Here you see scroom, and then another word, it is worm. Scroom, worm. This is called as what? Rhyming word. Yes. So it is a figure of speech. Next stanza you just see, I have searched through the recycle bin and files of every kind. I have even used the internet, but nothing did I find. Once again I am reading here. I have searched through the recycle bin and files of every kind. I have even used the internet, but nothing did I find. The poet wants to get back the grandma back on the screen once again. So he searches in her computer recycle bin all the files and the folder, and finally he is using a mini folder to find out the grandma back, and also he is using the internet also to find the grandma, but he can't able to find the grandma in the internet also. Only a picture of a grandma alone he can able to see in the computer. At last he just missed that also. So he just get confused where the grandma went. Definitely she have been eaten only by the virus. So he is searching in Google also, but he can't find anywhere. Next stanza. In desperation, I asked Jeeves my searches to refine. The reply from him was also negative. Not a thing was found online. In desperation, I asked Jeeves my searches to refine. The reply from him was very negative. Not a thing was found online. So what happened now? The poet is feeling very, very sad because now he approaches the Jews. He is a software engineer, so he is informing him to check where the grandma went. The Jews, a software engineer, he is also telling that I also searched the grandma, but I can't able to find out. So he is also giving a negative reply. Nothing was found on the online. So the poet become very, very sad. Where my grandma went. Next stanza. So if inside your inbox my grandma you should see, please copy, scan and paste her in an email back to me. So if inside your inbox my grandma you should see, please copy, scan and paste her in an email back to me. So the author is telling, the poet is telling that in the end of the poem he is requesting all the readers, if suppose anyone happen to see her grandma in their inbox, they have to do one small help to the poet, that they must either email or they have to copy. How they want to copy? After copying they have to scan and they have to paste the grandma in their computer. If they found their grandma, definitely the reader, anybody watch means they have to send back the grandma to the email. So this is a very, very imaginative poem. The computer swallowed grandma. You can able to see anybody will be caught by the virus, a human being able to caught by the virus, just you have to think. So we can see now we are going to see what are the figure of speech they have mentioned in the poem. The poet personifies the computer to a human being, especially the man, the poet, he is comparing the human beings to the computer. Is there any human being can be caught by the virus or the worm in the computer? No, definitely. So it shows the personification. So the figure of speech they have given here as what? Personification. The poet personifies the computer to a human being and says that he can be swallowed grandma. That is, you can able to see the line number 1, the computer swallowed grandma. This is the personification, and you can able to see here the 5th line, it devoured her completely. It devoured means it swallowed it was swallowed, the grandma was swallowed by the computer. It is possible? Definitely not. Nobody can be caught by the virus, or it may be a worm. A human beings cannot be caught by the virus. So they have given here what? Personification. This is the figure of speech. Yes. Next you see the same line. This is considered as the hyperbole also. The hyperbole, it is also a kind of figure of speech. Hyperbole is an extravagant erection of an incident. And then you just see a pun also used in the figure of speech mentioned in the poem. It's a play of words. A play of words refers to, in the poem, the poet writes that her grandma was caught by the virus. So it's looking like a fun, but it's not the word fun. The spelling is pun, pun. Pun in the sense it's a play of word that is mentioned in the poem. It is also a kind of figure of speech. We know very well virus means it may be a medically a bacteria that cause disease, but in computer it denotes to a defeat which destroys the data in it. So this is called as what? Pun. So in this figure of speech, what and all we have seen? Personification. Personification means it is comparable to the human being. It personifies the computer to the human being. And next one we have seen the hyperbole. It is an extravagant exaggeration of an incident. And the another one is what? Pun. Pun means it is a play of words. I hope you have understood the poem very well. It is just an imaginative poem they have given in the unit number 1. Now you just see here the picture, the modern world. What is my modern world? Now what we are living in this world, what is a kind of a modern world? Now you just look at the picture very carefully. Here a grandma is sitting. What other people are doing? This is a father and these are the children. What they are doing? All of them having a electronic gadgets in their hand. What they are doing and what this grandmother is doing, you just look over here. In our modern world, we celebrate Grandparents' Day on every 1st October, isn't it? Here we see a grandma with a family, son, daughter and grandchildren, but no one talks to her. And she is left alone. She is simply sitting without having any conversation with anybody. They are doing their own work, and the grandmother also just simply sitting without any reaction. They are busy using their modern gadgets like the cell phones, tablet, laptop, iPad and then earphone, etc. Poor old grandma is ignored by her own family as all were talking, viewing, listening and playing with their gadgets. Just they are spending their entire life only with the modern gadgets like the cell phone, etc. She feels alone even when their family is around. You just look at the picture here. Even though they are having a grandchildren and then the father also there, but nobody is listening to and then nobody is talking with the grandmother. She feels very lonely, and then she is simply sitting in the chair without talking with anybody. This seems to very sad. This is a pathetic condition now we are living in the modern world. In her old age, she lives a lonely life, so she is not at all happy. So what we have to do, it is our responsible, it is our duty, not even the responsible, it is our duty to see that our elders don't have a sad feeling and are happy always. We have to take care of our grandparents because they are unconditional. No, before in the beginning of the poem itself, I have told you one thing. That is, your bond with your grandparents is very special bond. I hope you are also having a good relationship with your grandparents, that you You cannot able to cherish even after they are gone. If you miss your grandparent, definitely the days won't return back. So my dear children, what you have to do means, it is a great source of unconditional love. So you have to avoid the cell phone and any other modern gadgets. You have to spend your entire time with your grandparents. I hope you will spend your time with a lovely time with your grandparents. Okay. So determiners means it is a grammar part that they have given at the book back exercise. So the determiners are 4 kinds. There are how many kinds are there? There are 4 kinds. Number 1, this is definite articles, and then in that you are having another type, possessive pronoun, and another type you are having a demonstrative determiners, and another one you are having is what? It is a interrogative. And then you just look here. So the determiners, first you see definite articles. Definite articles means what? The. So one example I have given here. Definite articles means I have the pen, please take it. Here the is a what? Definite articles. Possessive pronoun means what? My, your, his, her, its, our, their, whose. This is called as what? Possessive pronoun. This is my house. So my refers to what? Possessive pronoun. What is your name? This your refers to possessive. India is our country. This our is what? It is a possessive. Next you just look over demonstrative determiners. This, that, these, those. So this is called as what? Demonstrative determiners. This, that, these, those. Those shops do not sell sweets, but these shops sell. This boy bought a policeman and that boy bought a lawyer. So in this unit number 1 we have seen that Hamid and then other friends, they are purchasing the toys, isn't it? This boy bought a policeman toy and then that boy bought a lawyer. Interrogative sentence, it is a which is the example, which is the largest city in the world. So this is called as what? Interrogative determiners. So here few example they have given here. There are many flowers in the bunch, only a few are fresh. So this comes under what title? Determiners. Many, few. There are some biscuits in the plates. There are only how many biscuits are there? Only some biscuits in the plate. Are there any mangoes in the basket? This is not a mango, but the girl is asking, are there any mango? This comes under the title determiners. Are there any mangoes in the basket? No, there are not, but there are some guavas. The boy is replying, there is not mangoes, it is only some guavas inside the basket. You can see the book back exercise they have given here. There are dash apples in the basket. There are many apples in the basket. There is not much traffic on Sundays. You can able to see in the picture, there is no traffic. There is not lot of traffic on Sundays, only a much traffic on Sundays. There is not much traffic on Sundays. There is not some water in the glass. Only there is not some water in the, only a few. We should not tell us any. Only we have to say some water. There are not any eggs in the basket, but there are only a few near it. There is no eggs in the basket. Only how much are there? A few. A few only it is near it. Next, fill in the blanks with some, any, much, many. Some option can be used more than once. In exam, they can be asked fill in the blanks, or they may be asked as a choose the following. Anything they are giving, we have to answer. Before that, we have to know how many types of determiners are there. There are 4 kinds just now we have seen. So you just recall again also. There are some coffee left in the pot. Do you want? So the sum is called as a determiners. Do you have any coins with you? I need some. She asked me for some magazine. The sum comes under the title determiners. Magazines, but I could not find any. I can't carry the luggage. Dash more means any more. I need some help. There are many places to visit, but we don't have much time to visit them. So this many, some, any, much, this comes under the title determiners. You just look over here. There are how many types? There are 4 types of determiners are there. Number 1, definite articles. Number 2 is possessive pronoun. Number 3, demonstrative determiners. Number 4, it is a interrogative. I hope you have understood the grammar part. The determiners, it is nothing, it is by using the much, many, few, and then it comes under the title demonstrative determiners, interrogative, definite articles. Just go through the exercise, book back exercise only I have attached in this video. You just look over and then can write in your text also. Next we are going to see the title on Monday morning, supplementary story. It is a funny story. On Monday morning, why they have given this title Monday morning? You just think over why they didn't choose any other day. They are using only the Monday morning because this boy is called as a Tom. Okay, not toy. He is called as a Tom. On every Monday morning, what he used to do? He used to act like stomach pain he is having or some other disease he is having, because he don't want to go to school. That is the reason always he used to tell lie to her and Polly. I'll say the character list now. The main characters are Tom Sawyer, Anne Polly and Sid Sawyer. Tom Sawyer is a main character in the story. Anne Polly, she is a take carer of Tom Sawyer and Sid Sawyer. Sid Sawyer, he is a younger brother to Tom Sawyer. I hope you have understood the character's name. Now we will go to the class. Glossary. Miserable means unhappy or uncomfortable. Worse, bad condition. Investigation means to discover the truth. Threatened means fear. Groaned means it's a sound conveying a pain. Unconscious means not awake. Fetched means bring back. Admirable, deserving respect and approval. Moaned means make a long, low sound expressing physically or mental sufferings. Ache means pain. Mischievous means behaving in bad or playful way. Before that, we can see the picture once again. Then you can able to see the picture here. This is a boy called as what? Tom Sawyer, and this is called as Sid Sawyer. What they both are doing, he is just acting because he don't want to go to school every Monday morning, so he used to act. So what is the story? You can see it is very, very funny story. So you have to feel very happy before you can able to hear the story. So I narrate the story, then we can see line by line. These are the hints I have given here. Afterwards you can go through. I just explain the story. Monday morning, every Monday morning, always Tom Sawyer feel very, very miserable. Tom felt like going to prison on every Monday morning. Tom wanted to stay home from school, so he lay in the bed and wished to be sick. Every Monday morning, not even a single day, Monday morning comes means definitely what this boy will do, he used to think in his mind it is going to the prison, so he want to escape. So what he used to do means he wished to be as a sick person, so he used to enact a drama before the Anne Polly. First he wanted to complain of a stomach ache, and later he chose a loose tooth also, but he changed his mind as he was afraid but his Anne Polly would definitely pull his tooth and hurt him. Always he used to say lie because he don't want to go to the school. He consider always the school as a prison. So he examined himself. No sickness was also fine, but he investigated again. Now he is thinking in the mind, definitely I want to tell either it may be a stomachache. If I telling stomachache, definitely my Aunt Polly won't believe it. So what he is thinking in the mind, he want to tell lie as that he is having a toothache. Nothing offered for some little time, and then he remembered hearing the doctor tell about a certain thing that laid up a patient for 2 or 3 weeks and threatened to make him a loose finger. So now what happened means, Tom had early known that injured toe can keep one in a bed for how many weeks means definitely it may be a 3 weeks. So he lifted his sore toe up and started to groan. Groan means shouting very very loudly, but it is not in a real pain, it is in a imaginary pain. Why he is creating a lot of sound means because Sid is sleeping he is sleeping in unconscious manner, he is in a depth sleep. So what he want to do means he want to groan in a loudly manner to wake up Sid sleeping beside him. Finally what happened means Sid also he just woke up thinking Tom was suffering, really he is suffering for a hours. Sid was upset with Tom's conditions, who started to confess his sign as if he was about to die. Now what happened, Sid is he is just shocking him, you just get up like that, he is telling to the Tom, but Tom is still now in the bed by creating the scene. Now Tom went on groaning. Till now he is shouting, nobody is just he is thinking in the mind, nobody want to, nothing, he is just, you see, Tom warned out. He just shouted. Nobody is coming and approaching Tom. So he is again and again what he is doing. He is shouting in a long manner, and then, oh, don't sit, don't shake me. Now he is giving a action reaction to the Sid. Don't shake me. Why? What's the matter? He is asking to the Tom. I must call aunt. No, never mind. So Sid is telling that I want to call the aunt immediately because you are in a great trouble. So Sid flew down to call Aunt Polly to save Tom. Aunt Polly hurried the upstairs trembling. Soon she understood Tom was pretending of dying. So now Tom told it was an awful end of a loose tooth. So he is telling that he is having a tooth pain. So only he is shouting like that. No other matter. So, but Aunt Polly know very well that Tom is doing something. He is a mischievous boy. So Aunt Polly realized that he is telling only a lie. One of them is loose and it acts perfectly awful. So now he is telling about his loose tooth. I am having a tooth pain. But before that he is just told to Sid that he is going to die. Now he is telling the another lie as what? He is having a tooth pain. Now the aunt is telling, open your mouth. Well, your tooth is loose, but you are not going to die from that. Nobody can die in the tooth pain. But he is giving a overacting to the Aunt Polly that he is going to die. When Aunt Polly got ready to pull his tooth with a silk thread and a chunks of fire, Tom immediately what happened? Tom got panicked and confessed that it does not hurt him anymore and he would definitely go to school and not for fishing. So what happened now? Now Tom is telling that I have only a tooth pain only. I don't have any other pain like stomach pain or some other toe pain. I just have only a tooth pain. Now that also was get relieved by the Aunt Polly. Now he is giving promise to the Aunt Polly that definitely he moved to the school. I never want to go for fishing. Old Aunt Polly also loved mischievous Tom, though he tries to break her heart often. She pulled her tooth in a crude way and relieved his tooth pain. Now at last what happened meant Aunt Polly is just taking the tooth in a crude way and relieved his tooth pain. Even though Tom is doing a lot of mischievous, Aunt Polly loved the mischievous very well. Now this is a story about what? On Monday morning. Every Monday morning Tom feel very very unhappy because he is thinking the school as a prison. So he have enacted a lot of drama like tooth pain, stomach pain and then a toe pain. So at last what happened, Aunt Polly just find out what is the reason why he is telling every Monday morning he is telling us what, tooth pain and then stomach pain. At last he just promised to his Aunt Polly that he won't go for fishing again. Now he will move to the school again. So this is the story about what, Monday morning. Thank you.